guys, today I'm going to be doing a school video. No, I need to find out what the title is.
You say you love me, but do you love me? I need to get inside your head, know the words you haven't said. Feel like I'm...
If my hair isn't working, the video's not working. Hi guys, today I'm going to be doing a tips on staying organized in school video. I know that it's like December. Breve. It's a favorite word now. The year started quite a while ago, but if you go to school in America or, I don't know, anywhere that has semesters or whatever, your semester probably always ends in January, and that's when my semester ends. So this could be helpful for you if you slacked this semester and you need to pick it up for next semester to get your grades up. I'm wearing 3D glasses without the lens because I thought it was appropriate for the video. These are the glasses I have, they're real glasses, but I bought the frames and I have to get the lens put in, so it has writing on it, so it looks really weird, and I wasn't gonna wear that in the video, so yeah. So I have to get the prescription put in it, you know. Without further introduction, I'm going to get into it. Itch my elbow. That's my shoulder, not my elbow. What's wrong with me? I should probably get my planner. Ugh. My first tip is to write everything down in a planner. If your teacher gives you homework, as soon as he says it or she says it, write it in your planner. My school has a website that's online, and you make an account, and then it's your grades and your homework and stuff like that. But sometimes the teachers forget to upload what the homework is, or some teachers don't do it at all. So you need to write it down, because you will forget when you get home. I forget next period if I don't write it down. This is what my planner looks like. My school gives us planners, but they didn't give me one, so I was like, okay, fine, that's okay. So I bought my own, and it's just a blue weekly planner. Oh my god, okay, fine. Basically inside it is just lines and then the date. A good tip is to color code it, so color code each of your classes. So history is red, write your homework in red. Spanish is green, write Spanish in green. So then you know what class you have homework for when you get home, or anything. If you just need to grab your textbooks because you're going somewhere, you can grab the colors. You can be like, oh, red's history, I gotta grab my history textbook before I hop out of this. My next tip is more for essays and projects and whatnot, things that aren't due the next day. What is wrong with you? So let's say you have an essay due January 1st and you are a person that procrastinates. Now let's say you do it over break. You will probably leave it for the last minute, and then it's not going to be your best work, and you might even forget to do it. I recommend setting your due date about a week earlier. If you can't set it a week earlier because you don't have that much time, but just set it at least a couple days before its due date so that you won't be rushed and you'll already have it done. Okay, so my next tip is, if you use binders, I use a binder to keep all my handouts and things that don't go in a notebook. I take notes in a notebook, and I have a binder for activities and assignments, but my notebook is strictly for notes. So I put everything else in a binder. So I have my AP Euro binder right here, and it's just a 1-inch binder. So in the front of your binder, I recommend putting your syllabus if you have one. I don't think classes give you syllabuses unless you're in private school or you take an AP class, because none of my other classes give me a syllabus. It just basically gives you all the homework and everything that's going to be going on in class for the entire semester or the entire year. My teacher, he puts the entire year, and I just highlight what the homework is, I highlight what the notes are. I also recommend getting tabs, and you can organize it for different things. I have handouts right here. Notes, this is if he gives me handout notes that are printed. DBQs and FRQs, which is those essay sort of things, and then open notes quizzes I put in there because after I do them and they're graded, I put them in here, so then I have them all there. As soon as you get something, as soon as your teacher hands you a handout or something and they say, okay, put this away, don't shove it in your backpack or put it away, put it in the binder, because you don't want to lose anything, because losing an assignment that you've done and getting 0 credit on it is the equivalent to slitting your throat. It took me 40 minutes to explain that one task. My next tip is to get a whiteboard calendar thing. I just get like a weekly one because that just keeps me really organized for the week. I just write what week it is, like December 2nd to December 8th. And then I write, because I have like block scheduling, like even days and odd days. So I just write what the days will be. Usually on Sundays, I'll write what I have going on for the week. Like if there's anything due on a certain date, if I have a presentation, if I have anything like that. Like if I have made plans with someone, I'll write it on my calendar so that I don't forget that I've made plans with them. When I come home from school and I know assignments due for the week, I'll write them on here and I'll just have everything done and I can just check it off as I go. If you don't want to do this, that is totally up to you. I just think it's a really helpful idea. It's just really helped me a lot because I know what I have to do for the day so I don't like end up doing something else. Like if I see on there, it'll say like Spanish essay and physics chapter 4 outline, like I will know what I have to do after school and I will just know. Going along with that, my next tip is to make to-do lists. If you don't want to get a little whiteboard thing, make to-do lists, like if it's on your phone or if it's on a piece of paper or if it's on the whiteboard or like whatever, wherever you want to make a to-do list, definitely make them because if you plan out your day, even for the weekends, if you have a lot going on, definitely write down everything that you have to do, like lunch with Nikki. Shout out to my homegirl, Nikki. So like write down everything that you have to do for the weekend so that you know how to like prioritize your weekends. My weekends are pretty busy and they go by fast because like I'll do like homework, filming, and I'll make time to hang out with probably like one person. Yeah, like one outing, you know? How many times can I say like? 40. Like 40 times. So like, stop. Like, oh my god. Literally stop. So like, I'm actually done. So if I have plans on the weekend or something like that, I'll be like, lunch with Nikki on Saturday, and then I'll know that I have to do that, and then I'll write like do Spanish essay, so then I'll know that I have to go to lunch with Nikki and do my Spanish essay on that day, and I'll know that those are my main priorities for the day. Write down everything you have to do, like just write it down, and every time you check it off, it just makes you feel better about yourself. The next tip is to take breaks. Like when you're doing homework or you're studying, definitely take breaks. Like if you do something for so long, your brain is just gonna be like, nope, I'm done, and you'll just get distracted all the time. After an hour of doing something, just be like, okay, now I get a 15-minute break to like eat a snack or go on Twitter. And then when I go on Twitter for that 15-minute break, it turns into an hour break. It's fine, it's totally fine, it's casual. And going along with that, when you're doing your homework or any sort of school assignment, definitely turn off your phone or turn off your electronics, because I am guilty of, I'll be doing an assignment and I'll get a text and I'll be like, oh, might as well just check Twitter and Instagram and maybe even go on Tumblr. So I think it's good to just turn off your phone, turn off your computer, but if you need your computer for like a school assignment or whatever, then I recommend this website. I'll link it below. I think it's called like, I forgot what it's called, but it basically you could type in the websites that you don't want to be allowed to go on during a certain period of time. Like let's say you're writing an essay, you can just block off the websites that you don't want to go on during that time. Like you can set it for like an hour and you can't go on Twitter or Tumblr or whatever URL you put in there. My next tip is don't procrastinate. I know that's easier said than done, but really just don't procrastinate. I procrastinate so bad. Like I probably procrastinate worse than anyone I know. I had planned to film this video 3 days ago, but I put it off because I was lazy and I didn't want to get out of my bed. Yeah, don't do that. And you get behind on everything and you will just feel so frustrated if you procrastinate everything. So just don't procrastinate. Like all you have to do is just set your things, like set what you have to do and then do it. Just do it. But I recommend breaking it into smaller tasks. If you have to write an essay, maybe say, okay, I'm gonna write the intro right now. Just break it into smaller tasks so that it's just easier. Because if you try to do something and it's a huge task, you're just not going to be motivated to do it. You're going to put it off for as long as you can because it's such a big task that you don't want to do it. So that's why I break it into smaller tasks. Like when I got my first essay in AP Euro, I was like, oh my god, like I can't do this overnight. Like I can't do this. Oh my god. I was freaking out. But then the next time I did it, I broke it into smaller tasks, got it done, and I got a good grade. Next, I forgot my next tip. My next tip is to pay attention in class and take notes actively. You are sitting in class and you're just like zoning out on everything and you're thinking about what you're doing this weekend or you're thinking about a person that you like. I don't know, very possible. You will feel so lost after school when you're doing your homework that you'll put off doing your homework because you don't know what's going on. Then you won't do your homework, then you get a bad grade, and then you're gonna go cry. Pay attention in class, because if you're taking notes and you understand the material, it's going to be so much easier for the test, because throughout that chapter you understood everything, as opposed to trying to study and memorize everything like the last night. Like, then it's harder for you to memorize things that you've never really learned because you weren't paying attention. So definitely take notes, try to understand everything, ask questions if you need to. My last tip is to get lots of rest. I will always tell people, I have to go to bed, I'm sorry, like, I have school tomorrow. And they're like, oh my god, getting better sleep is just good for your overall health. Yeah. So like, just try to get 8 hours. Like, I think the minimum is like 6 hours. Like, do not get like 4 hours of sleep before school. That's so bad for you. A lot of my friends, they go to bed at like 2 in the morning on school nights. I'm like, what are you doing? You have to wake up at 6. What? These are all my tips for staying organized in school. If you have any more tips that you think would help people, just leave it in the comments below, and I would love to know some of your tips too. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Before I go, yeah, that's a great picture. And on my Instagram, everyone was like, oh my god, that's so fake. Like, that is so fake. Like, you're like so fake. Girl, do you really think I met Harry Styles? Do you really think? Like, if I met Harry Styles, I'd probably make a video about it. So if I post a picture with Harry Styles, it's an edit. It's always going to be an edit. Unless I meet him, highly doubt it, but unless I meet him, it's an edit. I would not like lie and say, oh my god, I totally met him. Like, duh, look. I would be screaming and you would be able to hear it from wherever you live. So it's an edit. Do I have mental problems, or do I have mental problems? I'm gonna go with yes. Peace. Peace. Catch you on the flip side. I really don't.